Hi, this video is to show you how to use Sawtooth's online inventory process. We've recently made a few updates that should make completing your Deck the Halls inventory sheet easier than before. As always, our goal is to make certain we keep accurate track of your items from the time we get them until we pay you for them. This year, there's a new way to access your Sawtooth inventory sheet. As before, you'll receive an email from Sawtooth Deck the Halls, ssvadth@gmail.com. But this year, the email will contain two links. One is a link directly to your inventory sheet. That's right, click and you're there. The other is a link to the instructions PDF file. The links may also show up as attachments to the email message. You can use either the links or the attachments. They work the same way. The instructions PDF file is a text version of what we will cover in this video in case you want to refer to printed instructions. You can print or download the file using the links on the upper right-hand corner. Your inventory sheet is a live document that you can begin using as soon as you open it. You don't have to download it. You can print it for reference if you want, but once you've determined your inventory and numbers, you must fill it in online. The column headers highlighted in green denote required information. You must fill these in. The column headers highlighted in yellow are optional. You can use them if it helps differentiate or identify your items. The columns highlighted in pink and gray cannot be edited. Let's go through the columns. The first is item name and description. Click on the first space below the item header. When you see the blue border around the field, begin typing the name. Please give your items exclusive names. If, for instance, you have two mugs that are different prices, please make sure there is something in the name that distinguishes them, like tall mug or square mug. Please group items that are of like kind and price. For instance, you may have 8 cups all priced at $15. You can group them as 8 cups at $15, or if you need to know which sells better, you can group them 2 with a dark interior and 6 with a light interior. We ask, however, that you not give all 8 of them unique inventory ID numbers. Use the Tab key on your keyboard to move to the next field. Inventory ID number. This field will be partially filled in. You must complete it by adding your 3-digit inventory number at the end. On a PC, use the F2 key. On a Mac, use the function F2 key combination to advance your cursor to the end of the pre-entered text and begin typing. Use the Tab key to move to the next field. Color and size. These are optional. Use them only if it helps identify items in your inventory. If, as you're typing, you find that your description is wider than the column, making your list difficult to read, just place your cursor at the right-hand border of the column header until you see a blue bar, and double-click. The column will widen to reveal all of your text. Quantity. This is where you enter the number of a particular item you plan to sell. Regular price. Enter the sales price here. This is the price that will show on your tag. 60% share. I know, it says 40, but when you get to your individual worksheet, it will say 60. 60% share. Here's where your share for an item is calculated. Since it contains a formula, this field is protected. You won't be able to type into it. Columns H through K, department name, department code, vendor name, and vendor code. These will be pre-filled for you and are also protected. When entering inventory into the spreadsheet, be aware that it periodically saves itself as you're working. There's no need for you to save the file manually. Just keep typing until your inventory is complete. If you can't complete it in one sitting, just use the link in the email to bring you back to your file at any time. From time to time, we find that there are duplicate inventory numbers in our system. This creates errors. So we reserve the right to change your item number if it conflicts with another item in our point of sale system. We'll notify you by email of any changes we make. Once your inventory is complete, go to the tab at the bottom left of the page. Click the right mouse button and a box will open. Choose Rename to rename the sheet in the following manner. Add the date and the word Complete after your initials. Remember, the file will save automatically, so if you see the All Changes Saved in Drive message, you can go ahead and close your browser window. Finally, send an email to ssvadth@gmail.com with the words Inventory Complete in the subject line. We will then lock the sheet for editing and print it out. Once it's locked, you will no longer be able to make changes, so make sure you have everything the way you want it before you send the email. When you bring your inventory in for check-in, we will count and verify it, import the inventory sheet into our point of sale system, and get your merchandise onto the shelves for sale. If you have a question, please send an email to ssvadth@gmail.com with the word Question in the subject line. Please make sure you've completed your sheet and sent the email by November 15th. We look forward to seeing you at check-in for this year's Deck the Halls.